doctors who have this therapeutic sense of medical that have had lots of doctors who have Monson Tail and Shasta Tattoo. And they have their therapeutic presence, and that needs to be cultivated because it's something you can have. But then you cultivate it with some special training and practice. And the therapeutic presence that I'm talking about, it's been shown to give you goosebumps exactly in this time of bed and couldn't control lasting flares and real concrete outcomes. So it's therapeutic and conjugal and in a doctor-patient relationship. So there's some magic super songs happening, and that is comical, absolutely tricky, and fascinating. And if you blur out the mental noise, then any doctor can tell you the specific. And there are lots of studies that show that not only it's about time, it's also humorous. And stuff, for example, the dance studies. And doctors who stand and take 7 minutes to talk to the patients versus the doctors that sit down and make contact or the same level on the power grid. The nation has to proceed into Dr. Charismatic teens and let it in. So that's the great myth. And people say, now you have to spend more time to create it. As if it's not about the time spent, it's about how you're spending the time already with time. So it's a new trick and a new tribe and trial and error. Lower, lower, and think about when you're receding, a hairline is going through the loops again, and find there that you're speaking about what feels therapeutic in a way. That's governed by the teen chair and sat next to you, looked at you directly, and gave you bullshit. Sat down and get on their level and talk to them. It's good advice. So it's loud and it's cloudy out there. It depends because the back situation, there's a back burner and they're tights that no low wants to buy. It's still on sale, 25% off. And the quality, compassion, and empathy, mythical compatible, it's really difficult to get that kind of shiny. And for the boo content, the buffs, and real in time. One of the things that I get is the espion on the camera. So that's the kind of privacy. Don't cheat from above. Don't get to grade. Cameras and all this bedazzled gleam. Looking into this camera directly and knowing 100% that it's a kid in the video. Over the thousands and thousands of content creators, they're really the sort of ruin down the barrel and wow can be this ever effervescent sad. So that's the crunching the numbers and facility tricks that you can use to animate it. Sitting on the high level is 1. Mirroring is awesome in 2. That's the stress. For example, I'm talking to you as you're talking to me. And if I do this and you're like, this person is like totally calling me. And yeah. And it's like, we just did this. Like mirroring is something, a lot of reasons you can try this. Because I feel your soul. And the key to this is to acknowledge and give authentic, reciprocal, imaginative performances. Actually, totally. To me, it's children's, infants, that Harley cartoon and cartoon animations. Primal instincts, right? Like hearing our mother's voice. Bit giving us nothing again and again, far beyond the computer voiced pipe hype. So if somebody isn't authentic, and that's why the audio version, listening to podcasts, reasoning with the audience, and still salt. For example, I don't know, just telling the truth. It's not like something you'd explain. It's something required by people revering that authenticity, and all these things, quick stability, because our brains are primed to recognize and replicate human voice in a way that's very different from the physical. And so yes, we see something in it, and it's heard by our inner ear, and we're being intimate about the experience, really, in our own life. It's very poignant. And we don't necessarily know whether it's right or wrong. We feel it and we know it because it's pure and seminal in the podcasts. And yeah, I like this because it's on a line in that connection. Voices are very good. Connections and synapses in our brain, pre-verbal, right? So it's like an infant smell. You smell something that takes you right back